Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com hourly analysis for the Aussie dollar US dollar FX for forextrading.tv for Tuesday, October 29th, 2013. Well, a continuation of the trend to the downside today with these candles, and yesterday, if you recall, we were looking for a potential target at the third pivot point support level, and when we did the original analysis, the market was just trading around the second pivot point level and being rejected from there, and then traded in a fairly bearish manner down below there. We then saw some follow through with this candle, and all of this time with the Tenkan-sen holding as resistance for this market, and then a rally as the market traded down to lower levels and finding resistance once again at the Tenkan-sen and roughly around the previous second pivot point support level, and then selling off to find support at the third pivot point level. Today we've had a rally for the beginning of the new session, and a rally on indecisive doji spinning top type candles, and it does raise some serious doubt about the strength of the buyers in this market. The spinning top candles are candles of indecision, and what we'd like to see if the market is going to rally is some strength coming in from the buyers and bullish type candles. And as we're trading now in this hour that is currently developing, we have a fairly large black body candle. Remember, this trading hasn't finished at the moment yet, so we still do have to wait until that candle develops. But if we do see some strong bearish activity from here, we could quickly see the market testing down to the first pivot point support level at 94.37, with the Tenkan-sen continuing to hold as resistance for this market. The Tenkan-sen is currently trading at 94.81, and moving forward that will be some strong resistance. If the market does trade in a bearish manner down through the first pivot point support level, then likelihood that we may travel down to the second pivot point level at 94. That's pretty much a round number, and we should see stronger support around that level than we have for some of the other pivot point levels, just because it is the round number 94. One thing to watch out for here is that it's not likely that the market will trade down to the third pivot point level. It's quite unusual for markets to trade through the second pivot point level, and considering that we did that for the previous day's trading, it's certainly likely that the market will either hold up at the first pivot point level of support or the second pivot point level, so we do need to be aware of that. If the market does rally, then the middle pivot point level here at 95.06, coinciding roughly with that 95 level, round number, may hold as very strong resistance for this market. And then we also have the Kijun-sen at the moment trading around that area, so that will be a strong barrier to this market moving forward. Now, just looking at the Fibonacci extension, and here we're examining the relationship of the first time frame downtrend. This time the market was trending down, and here we see the market interacting with the 50% level, and if we see any strong rejection from here, if we see the buyers start to come back into this candle as it finishes trading, we could see a potential change of trend based on any interaction with these levels here, the 50%, the 61.8%. If the market does travel down to the 100%, that's at 94.45, we should be watching as well. That's an important level, and then we have other levels down below. For today's trading, these levels don't coincide with the pivot point levels, so as they did for the previous day's trading, so that is important. But these are the levels that we should be watching. The 50% at the moment, 94.65, and 94.61 for the 61.8%. Now, for the Fibonacci retracement here, and we're looking at this new first time frame downtrend. If it does finalize the downtrend, this current candle, the market is interacting with the 100% level, an important level. And if we do see price rejection from this candle as it finishes trading, then we could have a potential change of trend. So we'll be looking for a potential higher high and higher low. But at the moment, we're trading in a fairly bearish manner down through there. And our next target, if this bearishness continues, would be the 161.8% at 94.57. The 261.8% coincides with the first pivot point support level, and that will strengthen that area as an area of strong support, and I suggest that that will be a major support area for this market today if we do trade down there at 94.37. Now, in terms of Ichimoku, obviously a bearish market in all three timeframes. We have the market trading below the cloud, below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, so we're bearish in the long-term, medium-term and fast-term timeframes. And the Chikou span here is below the corresponding price action, so it's suggesting that there is still some solid downside momentum in this market, and suggesting that we may see the move to the downside continue. However, we do need to be aware that the further that this market moves down over today's trading, we are creeping lower and lower below the cloud, and the market is starting to look a little bit overextended. We've had this very strong downtrend in the second time frame based on peaks and troughs for the previous day's trading, and just looking a little bit overstretched, and it wouldn't surprise to see the market rally from an area, and if we do trade down to that first pivot point support level, that is a target that we may see the market rally from. But bear in mind, we do have strong resistance overhead around that middle pivot point level, around 95, coinciding with the area that the Kijun-sen is trading in.